Hi guys, it's Colette. Welcome to my channel, and it's a coffee and chat. So for those of you that are new subscribers, which we've got rather a lot of, which is wonderful, thank you for joining us. Now the Colette Clairvoyant chat and coffee is very much just a wee catch up for people who want to know what's going on in my life, my health, my opinions, various stuff. So it may not be for you, but hey, there are another 380 Colette Clairvoyant videos out there, so I'm sure you'll find another one you can watch if you don't want just a chat. But if you do, you're welcome, and please stay and enjoy it. Before I get into much, I'd just like to say thank yous before I forget. Support for the channel's been great. People are commenting, the subscribers are going up. We're now at 4,500, I believe, which is amazing. And I've had support this week with the Kofis, you know, when people buy me Kofis. And I want to say thank you to A, who had a kiss behind it. Thank you. That was kind of a lot of coffee she bought, but I do appreciate that, so thank you. To Tina, to Kirsten, to Willie and Paula, to Mary, and to Donna Marie, and to 3 anons. So even anonymous, thank you very much. You know who you are. There've been some nice coffees bought, and it's all going into my wee PayPal account, and buying jars of coffee and stocking up for the winter and stuff like that. I always start at this time of year to have a wee bit of background storage cupboard, because although we're only about maybe 4 or 5 miles from a town, we can get cut off quite easily up here, and I like to know that if the road is cut off to the town, that we're fine. So thank you very much, and I hope you're doing okay. As you can see probably with this compared to some of the last videos, I am feeling a lot better. Seem to be getting some of my energies back. Got the splints off today, which is nice. My wrists feel very weak after I've had them on, which is fair enough, but without them, you know, without them I feel I can do a wee bit more, but I have to now just balance having them on and not having them on. But if I have them on all the time, I think my wrists the muscles and my wrists get weaker. So I believe my arms get weaker and my wrists get weaker. So I'm trying to balance. If I'm not really doing anything, I'll not have them on, but if there's anything that needs even a little bit of force behind it, then I'll have them on. So yeah, thank you to everybody that was so kind when I think I put a video up with the splints on, and the response was absolutely lovely. People sending healing, people sending prayers and everything, and I really believe it helped so much. As I say, I think what happened was that I got a Sjogren's flare up and a flare up of IBS at the same time. And I was just exhausted, and when I get exhausted and I'm not sleeping, it can really affect the pain levels and being able to deal with them. Used my trusted crystals, did some good meditations. I'm sure it would have been much worse without all the healing that you sent, and also a bit of self-healing from myself. I don't think I can cure anything, but I can try and help it a bit, and I know that you all help, so thank you. So definitely heading into September, autumn's coming, the trees outside have got their first little bits of gold and orange on them, and that's always a special time for me. And next week we'll have a new background up, which I think you'll like. I've had it for a few months and I've been desperate to put it up, but it's very season appropriate. So you'll see that next week. I also had a visit from a lovely family member who brought her latest wee baby this afternoon, and oh, it was lovely. I had such a good time. I don't know, wee babies quite seem to like me, and she just lay and gurgled and cuddled in and played with me. She's only about 3 months, and oh, it was just so gorgeous. I think we all need just to sit with babies for a wee while, because they certainly show you what's important, like watching her just looking around the room and just so intrigued by everything, you know, the things that we take for granted, and gurgling, you know, and wee Benji was looking at her and just looking at her because he's a very protective wee dog and he just sits on guard kind of thing, so he just sat and looked at her quite a lot, and she gurgled and laughed at him, and it's just an afternoon of catching up with someone I love very much, and also the new one. And yeah, I did really enjoy it, and it kind of gave me a wee boost as well, you know. It gave me a wee boost when you've got that newness, that sacredness of life, and they're so small, so innocent, so beautiful. Although this one's a wee old soul, I'll tell you that, you can tell right away. But just feeling that energy is something quite precious, and it's given me a wee boost. So I'll probably be exhausted tonight and kind of fall into bed, but isn't it lovely the way that children can bring such beautiful, just new energies? It's lovely. Anyway, I'm blethering on about that, but it really was lovely, absolutely lovely. Jim's sound asleep now. Must have worn him out. Whereas I'm kind of raring to go, but yeah, it was lovely. So this weekend I've got family round about for daughter's birthday, and I'm looking forward to that, and nice things to eat and nice celebrations. And then next week is starting what I call my autumn way. Now, I'm definitely putting a lot more self-care in, and I think I'll talk about that in various little things, and I don't know if you're interested in it or not, but I think when we don't talk about self-care, then we maybe assume that it's not been done. So I'd like you to keep me on, like, sort of, what do you call it, be someone that helps me on this, because I'm too good at not putting the effort into self-care for myself, and then I do too much and I get much more sick than I should be. So I had a lovely, it was like plastic foot socks. It was and they had coconut oil in them, and it was like one of these face masks you get, you know, sort of made of material, but it was for your feet, and that was lovely, absolutely lovely. It was weird when they first went on because it was quite cold, but yeah, it was really nice and very good for anyone that's got Sjogren's and needs to constantly moisturise. I found that I got the same effect of maybe putting on about 3 lots of moisturiser from sitting with these sock plastic things on for just 20 minutes. So any of you out there that's got the who are moisture seekers, that's what you're called in the States, I believe. I thought that's a really good name for the disease, people, moisture seekers. So that was lovely, and my younger daughter's been massaging my neck when she's here, and that's been really nice as well. So yeah, there's a couple of things. Next week I'm going to get back in touch with you for even more things about your experiences of death and dying and the afterlife. So much has come through, and I'm gathering it for my book, which will be out next year, on stories of the death, dying and the afterlife, and all the things leading up to it, and all the cultural things. I'm loving that my voice is there, but it's your stories that are going to make this book special. I know it is. Some of them already have been like, oh my goodness. And I'm really, the conversations that have been sent to me by email and even by sort of messages, they're all in your own words, and all I'll be doing really is cutting and pasting and editing a little bit. So there's some very lovely stories that are proof, people seeing people before they passed over, coming back afterwards with very specific messages. I'm enjoying what I'm reading for this. Sometimes I'm in tears, I must admit. Some people's experiences are very, very, very heavy but wonderful as well. So if you have any stories about what you've perceived of the afterlife, whether you're a medium or whether you've had contact from someone, or whether you watched someone die and it was a very special experience, or even if you had a bad experience with someone dying because there was not an understanding of what they needed or what they wanted, I would like to know all of these things, and my email address is in the description box below. So yeah. We've got about another 2 days, I think, maybe 1 day, to be involved in the competition for the spiritual path working. The video is a few down, just come on then, come on, you come up, come on, you can do it, come on. There we go, nearly again. Basically the competition is just a thank you for how well the channel's doing, but you have to comment and be subscribed, not on this video but the one that's got giveaway a competition on it, and then we'll let the magical hat and maybe Nelly choose. So that'll be done this weekend, I believe, and yeah, I hear you. And then next week is starting to organise more of the book, and also I'd like to know what you want more of videos, because I'm in the Gemini cusp, Taurus Gemini cusp, and I find that sometimes I start something and then forget about it. Like I think I started I've started all sorts of things. So basically, if you like the mediumship, let me know about that. If you like the weekly tarot card, let me know about that. If you want more psychic development, let me know about that. There's some things I'm going to redo. Some of the things at the beginning of the channel that were more in divination, I want to approach them from a different angle and update them a bit. So that'll be fun. But it's now for me, I love autumn. Autumn is one of my favourite times of the year because I feel very creative and I feel I'm gifted the time to be creative. And it's a time when I don't force myself too much. I think in summer we're all trying to enjoy the sunshine, be around family, blah blah blah, and then really enjoy ourselves and put the most into it, and that can be a wee bit detrimental when you've got an autoimmune disease. But autumn is almost like, well, you just have to do what you can do and hope for the best, and then hopefully that will be us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to balancing my book with YouTube and with lovely family life and with Jim and with the cottage and watching the trees change in the woods, and yeah, just enjoying it. So let me know, are you looking forward to autumn or fall now? Is it one of your favourite seasons? How do you feel about it spiritually? I think it's a time to kind of let things go. Things that don't serve us well, I'm always ready to kind of let go by the autumn equinox. And we might do something on the autumn equinox as well. That would be nice. Let me know if you'd like that. Maybe a ritual for it or some sort of prayer. I'm quite excited because I don't quite know what else I'm going to be doing. I've enjoyed doing the astrology fun facts. And I think just really I'll stick to the basics and the teaching and the weekly tarot card and mediumship, and then I'll throw in whatever I enjoy or I feel I want to do. So yeah, it was like a couple of months I started my monthly favourites and then I forgot and didn't do it again, so I do apologise if you like that, but I think it's more important to me to do mediumship, excuse me, rather than my favourites, and I do enjoy doing my book reviews. So thank you to all the new subscribers, and thank you to all the goldie oldies. I do appreciate you, and I appreciate all your love and support, and just keep doing what you're doing. you know, let the adverts run for a while you're, you know, maybe watching something or getting a cup of tea, because that always helps with the AdSense. And watch a few ads, click on a few ads if you want. You know that my books are available on Amazon's and whatever. But the focus now will probably turn to the new book and how that's going along. And I might keep you up to date with the process, because it can be quite an interesting process. And I think it'd be good if I get stuck, because you always get stuck when you're writing a book. You get to the stage where you think, I can't do this. This is rubbish. I'm not a writer, and this is my 10th book, and I know I'll still be, you know, I'll be into it about 25,000, 30,000 words and say, this is rubbish, this is rubbish. The only thing is, this one I might feel better with, because it's a lot of your experiences I'm writing about and what they could mean, and you know, why certain people's experience this and that and the next thing. So in a way it's quite an interactive book, and not really had that before. So thank you again everybody that's sending stuff. And you know, if you do send me your thoughts or your experiences, know that because you've sent them, I'm taking that as your agreement that I can use them in the book. And if you want to be anonymous or put a different name, then put that at the bottom. And thank you. So have a nice weekend. And just know, those of you that were a wee bit concerned, I'm feeling a lot better. And you know, it's like, I think the autoimmune stuff, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. So I feel okay now about saying the downs, like, oh my God, I'm sore, or I couldn't really do that this week. But equally, I want you to see the ups as well, that there's times where, yeah, you get a wee boost. And when you get a wee boost, sometimes the pain is manageable. So anyway, I love you and leave yous. And that was probably just a sort of wee boring coffee and chat, but sometimes when you sit with your pals and you have a coffee and chat, it's just a wee bit of catch up, isn't it? It doesn't need to be big things. It's just to touch base and say, how are you? And tell you how I am. So thank you for being there, and thank you for all your love and support. And talk to you soon, and look forward to the channel moving forward into autumn. Many blessings now. Bye.